Hello, hello. Welcome to the absolute stupidest smart show on the entire internet. It's been too long. Drink and grow rich. You ready, Brandon?
I'm ready.
Brandon, the trusty drink and grow rich sidekick slash sometimes filler in when I pee slash, you want a beer?
No, because more important things are at hand.
That was a test. Even though if you drank one, I wouldn't care because this is the time of the week, baby. Dumbest show. It's been too long, and it was like Christmas and New Year's, and Fridays kept falling on the worst days. And I've been filming my podcast on Friday. Some went a little long, but we're gonna get New Year back into the stretch of 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram Live. Drink and Go Rich, baby. Best time of the year. And whoever, maybe I should up the. All right, whoever wins, instead of getting a 6-pack, should I just give them $35?
I was thinking 20, but 35, yeah.
I'm trying to make it like a number that's a little more. What should be the prize for Drinking Go Rich in 2021? I like when it's like only a couple people have ever like sent me a picture of them drinking the beer. It's supposed to be I send you the money, but of course, oh, you win and you have a chore. You have to go to the store and buy a very specific thing. Like, I get it. Most people just pocket the money and don't do it, but I do like picking the winner. Whoever has the best question. Why 21?
2021.
Ah, that makes sense. Like, I guess, and the best thing to do if you're going to trick me and win Drink and Grow Rich, the best thing to do is tell me that you want the most expensive, like, beer or alcohol or something like that. And that would be the way to trick me and steal my money. So,
Does beer get really expensive?
I mean, some people say I don't drink beer. I want a certain amount of wine. One time I sent someone money for, like, a type of tequila they liked. So
that gets more expensive, yeah.
Maybe I should just standardize the winning. What do you guys think? What should be the prize? Anyway,
Shelby, what is the prize?
We'll figure it out. Anyway, it's been I saw a bunch of memes that was like 2021 talks to 2020. It's like, hold my beer. Like, this year gonna be worse. Kim and Kanye get divorced. The Capitol building gets stormed. There's a mad king in the White House. It's only 7 days in. I still saw someone else that was like,
it did all happen in a week.
Yeah, I saw someone else that was like, thank you 2021 for your 7-day free trial, but I'm good on it, or something like that. No, it's going to be a good year still. Come on, be positive. For a lot of people, 2020 was a good year, but, you know, everyone likes to get a giggle, especially like on Twitter about negative stuff. It's like, oh, my life sucked. This is all miserable. Like, this stuff does have a place to be funny when acting like everything is fucked up and miserable.
Someone joined this says, fuck ugly ass Trump.
Well, they didn't say fuck ugly ass Trump. They said fuck ugly ass Trump. Is he ugly? Yeah, he's pretty ugly. Like, he's got
vodka.
He's got like the old element that doesn't help him. He was okay looking back in the day, but Joe Biden's pretty handsome. I gotta give it that to him. And he's old man too, but he's got the fake teeth and he's got all the Botox and like the look. We were just saying something about Ted Cruz and like, does he have the look for president? The look matters. You gotta look cool to be president. But yeah, crazy times, 2021, and yeah, this shit's crazy, but America's gonna be just fine. Don't worry. Brandon, you got a little caught up in the headlines, right? Thinking,
yeah,
we're going down. Funny story, on New Year's, we were trying to get to the ABC thing and we had the news on. And they was like talking about this boring news segment about infrastructure. And me and Shelby were watching. And it was an infrastructure story on the news, ABC, nightly news. And all of a sudden they showed like the Minnesota bridge that crashed in 2007. And like, they're like, bridges are going to crash. And Shelby was just casually watching. She turns to me, she's like, did you know like bridges are going to crash? And I was like, what? And I saw like, oh my God, this is an infrastructure story. And they're just using an example of the one time in the past, I guess that was 14 years ago, that infrastructure went bad. So it's like, the news does freak about stuff. And that's their business model. But it's going to be a great year. 2021. Although it's sad Kanye and Kim got divorced. My weird role models. But Kanye's got to put out some music. It's going to be a good year.
Who Kanye should have cheated on?
Who should Kanye cheat on Kim with?
Who should have Kanye cheated on?
Kanye's next girl? Kanye never had like a famous woman really before Kim, did he?
What was that girl with the bald hair?
Amber Rose. Yeah. She was like passed around through a bunch of rappers.
Yeah.
Is she married to Wiz Khalifa?
I have no.
I have not been in touch on that Amber Rose
But
saga.
yeah, she was passed around.
Who would be a good girl for Kanye? Taylor. Now that would just be a hell of a story, you know. Taylor is much too normal. Are they actually getting divorced? We were talking about that on the podcast. Like, there was a report from the New York Post, which is, I think it's like a little bit of a tabloidy thing, and the rumors were going around Twitter that they're getting divorced. They haven't said it out of their mouths, so it could be not true, but it's very believable. I mean, they were the cutest celebrity couple. They were cute. They were loving. Like, they have 4 kids, a nice family. Like, Kanye played the piano, got Kenny G, put roses for Kim. Like, they were, a couple years ago, I thought that they were the most loving, true, like, celebrity couple. And I've always admired their love. You know, they're both celebrities. And I like them both individually. But recently, he lives in Wyoming, and she lives in... Kanye would be a good girl for Kanye. He just marries like a mirror or something like that. She lives in Calabasas in LA, and like, I was at the weird thing where like, he was admitted that like they almost got an abortion for her, and like I wouldn't, if I were Kim, I would probably slowly like, I'm not, when I saw that they were divorced, I didn't really check the source. I just kind of believed it because I've been saying they're probably going to get divorced. And, I think we talked about this on Drink Roast before. I don't know how we got here again, but Kim, her idol, I couldn't remember the name last time either. Kim has like a famous, iconic actress idol from like the past, like the 1920s, 1930s, who had like 6 husbands. So I think Kim's going for like 4 or 5 husbands. And I think more interesting than who will be Kanye's next girl.
It's like who
will be Kim's next guy. Like, she's done athletes. She's done music. I think she should go for like Iris, what's that guy's name? Iris Elba?
Oh, yeah.
Idris Elba?
I think he's married, but what do you think is the goal with, like, multiple husbands?
I mean, it's such a terrible goal, you know? I don't think necessarily she would ever say that was her goal. I just think every time, and I do really think that she loved Chris Humphries for a moment, and I think she did love Kanye. Like, she's not completely faking the marriages just so she can get divorced and get remarried, but every time she has a new boyfriend or has a new wedding, it's publicity. Like, her wedding with Chris Humphries was basically like the royal wedding. Like, it was on TV and shit like that. And then her wedding with Kanye was like in Paris and stuff like that. And like, but it was all in the news. Like, it keeps her like fresh and relevant. But I don't know, man. Do your thing, Kim. Do your thing, Kanye. Who has a better chance to be president out of the two? Who has a better chance to be president, Kim or Kanye?
Kim.
I would say absolutely Kim. Like, dude, Kanye is out of his fucking mind. And I've loved him for so long. I'm always like, he's a genius. Over the past like year or so, like, he's lost me a little bit. Like, yes, he's a crazy artist. And is there some method to the madness? Probably not. None, yeah. I mean, I had to bet Kim, Kanye, or none. Obviously, I dig none. Kim, yeah. Kim would be good, man. She's buttoned up. She's professional. She has a good head on her shoulders. Like, obviously, the first thing that would come up if she ran for politics would be the sex tape. She did a sex tape. Politics is so dirty. Like, people talk about The Rock and Oprah running for president. Like, that's a cool idea. Even back in the day, Trump running for president, it's like an idea. But then once it happens, it's like, so dirty, and like they find the most worst things about him. So it takes a lot of effort and shame for like a $400,000 a year job. So you got to be very egotistical. Anyone that is going to be president, they have to have some level of like ego, and there's nothing wrong with that if you do good things. Are you planning on drinking all these beers? Depends how long Instagram will let me go. But this is 1, 2, 3. It's like a little Christmas tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I drink all these beers. You guys should send me a prize. My Venmo is at Lowry Brands. And if anyone wants to send me $1, no. No. But yeah, what's up? Hello, Dumpling 2. How are you today?
It's a cat.
Me and Brandon just spent like 3 hours on the podcast, like talking about all different kinds of shit, and like
Covered it all.
I'm still mad at you about that.
Jimmy Neutron. I'm biased because I like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, but like Jimmy Neutron's a kid, right?
He's a super genius.
But geniuses aren't good at like dealing with people. That's like a classic genius thing. Is to like not be able to like function well in the regular world.
He talks very smart. Like he's able to like.
But yes,
he's very eloquent.
He can absolutely figure out inventions and stuff like that. By the way, he wanted Inspector Gadget over Jimmy Neutron. Remember? And we did a stupidest thing on the podcast, and like we've been coming up with these like fun like activities, and we said me and David both had to pick 5 cartoon characters to start a landscaping business with, and we actually like thought about it. And my team was so much better. I had such a better argument. I had Bugs Bunny as my leader. Is Brandon drinking too?
No.
He turned down the beer. Anyway, I'll say my team real quick. Bugs Bunny. Watch the podcast. That is just a little preview. You got to watch the podcast coming out next week to get the true story. But no, Brandon turned down a beer because... Why'd you turn it down, Brandon?
It'll be $3.92 by February 19th.
If you know, we've had this 6 months competition for him to lose 8 pounds a month, which is doable. And he was on track, a little bit off track. And I spiced up the scenario by offering him, and I already wrote out the check and dated it for later. It's a $5,000 check. You could probably like cash that at the bank, like if you don't do it. But like I'm going to
fire me.
I'm going to call it. I'm not going to let that go through. But you need to be down to the original weight that we said from the beginning of the competition, which is very fair, by February 19th. So, have you been doing a good job? I like this topic, man. Like, do you hate when I talk about it?
No.
Like, what have you done differently since that check?
I just don't eat.
Like, don't eat. Like,
yeah, I lost like 10 pounds in a week and a half already.
Like, have you had the pains of like hunger and ignored them?
I have them right now.
Like, and like, okay, so you're really hungry, and normally you'd get something to eat. What do you, like, do you go to bed? Because that's actually what
I did last night, yeah.
When I a couple times, like, I've, like, fasted or, like, going to bed is like, a good thing to do because it's, like, basically, if you had one wish, you could go to the February 19th and not, like, and eat very little till then. All you got to do is just pass the time. And, like, when you're sleeping, that's what that is. Like, you're not eating, you're not even conscious, and your time is passing. So, like, sleeping is a good thing to do. Like, if you're hungry and you usually eat before bed, it's like, I gotta get to sleep. So you just get some, like, Ambien or something. Wow, that's amazing. Go, Brandon. You can do it. The Rach Sweets. She says you can do it.
Who's that?
The Rach Sweets. You don't know the Rach Sweets?
Yeah.
Kachina said, love this chat. Are you taking before and?
I didn't.
Are you taking before and?
After pictures.
Oh. Did she say that? I got cut off a little bit. Are you taking before and? Yeah, sure. It's not too late. But, I mean, actually we did. We take a picture and we do a video.
Yeah.
We do a video and picture every month.
So you should be able to tell.
If you go to YouTube, you type in Brandon weight loss, you'll see the video that we did the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month.
Yeah, my
and
face.
We got 2 more.
My face like has less.
So that's essentially we could take one and take one at the end and compare it to each other.
Yeah.
So yes, we did. And, and there's a thumbnail for each of the videos.
Yeah, like all my pants are falling off. I lost like 30 pounds plus so far, and like all my clothes are falling.
You lost 30 pounds plus so far?
Yeah.
You're 412.2.
Yeah,
you started at 444.2.
I was 410 like the other day.
Damn.
So that's 32 pounds.
I'm gonna lose $5,000. No, but I want to. Actually, I guess I was thinking about this in the bathroom. My perfect scenario, like selfishly, would be you weigh in at 492.3.
That was like devastating.
Because like then you would be essentially
like,
hit the goal. Like, and then I was just saving $5,000.
I mean, it teaches, I guess, a life lesson about.
That would actually be a pretty awkward moment because
I'd be like,
because you could like, yeah, you could like run away. Yeah, like you'd be like, we should actually probably set up protocols before that. If it's like, say it's 392.9. Like,
I can like weigh in.
Like you at that point you would ask, can I have till the end of the day?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, which is technically 19th is a whole day.
Like,
you want like a certain time?
Like I guess. Okay, right now on this on Drink and Grow Rich, you have to tell me what time you want to weigh in on the 19th. Because that's only fair. And you get to pick. It can be 11:59 p.m. But you have to pick it now in advance. So that way there's no like debate about, it's still the same day. So think about it.
2:05 p.m.
Come on, give them the money either way. Are you crazy,
that's a lot of money.
Katrina? Like, are you crazy?
I mean,
well, I mean, you could make that argument if it's 392.3, but like, if it's 393.8, like, no, you're not getting the money. Like,
I could have done something different.
Like, I mean. That's still a win. I mean, you kind of did it, but like
he's trying.
The money part is specific. Like 393.3 would be a really awkward situation. Like, but I guess I have to say like no.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. It's your money.
I mean, I would let you shake the scale once and like come back and do it again. Like
run around the block.
But just don't let that be the situation. Like just weigh in at like 388. And then it's just not even a question. Don't be 392.
Yeah.
I'm saying now, if you're 392.3, you lose. It's a very specific number.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the points are for trying. That would be a win. But no, actually on the check in the little memo, it says 392.2. So it's in pen, so I can't change it. What if you go to the bank and they say, oh, sorry, I can't cash this. Like, you're 393.3. We watched. What else you guys thinking about? Someone just asked me the most random question ever. Like, what's on your mind? Where's my money for losing weight? Dick, you should have negotiated with me beforehand. Now you're in great shape. My cousin Richard, man, you got a six-pack. You're in great shape. I can still kick your ass in basketball. And I think other athletic competitions, but I would say you have a better physical shape than me. You're in great shape. Very impressed by you. You should negotiate it with me beforehand. Laughing. Can you do the weigh-in live on here? Well, it's up to Brandon because what day is February 19th? If it's a Friday, and he picks 3:30.
Well, it says on this board February 21st, so I'm just confused.
Why does it say February? It might be what day? Is it the 21st? What's all the other days say?
20th. I don't know. You made it. I don't know.
Well, we should probably establish that.
19th.
Drag the board in here. Can you drag the board in here? For some reason I thought it was the 19th, and the check says the 19th, but he's dragging the board in. Don't worry.
I don't know why you made it the 21st.
Hey, Yari.
The 20th must be a weird day or something.
I might have looked at a calendar when I did it.
It must be like a Sunday.
All right, here's the calendar. Let's get a live look. Come on in. All right, so we got the Nerf hoop going. It's reverse, but yeah. Why is it? Okay, is it 221? Oh man. But this is the original thing. He started at 442.2 up here. First month, he was down 12 pounds. Great start. Then he only lost 4 pounds, didn't hit the goal. Then he lost. This was a good month as far as you were close to the goal. This was a bad month. You're supposed to be at 408, weighed in at 420. That's when I was like, my 5,000 are safe. No, I didn't even say bring it up then. But next weigh-in is 120. Why did I think 19th? It must be like a day of the week or something like that. Well, we should figure that out. You think about it. Look at the calendar and think about it. If it's the 21st, it could be the 21st. Like, but someone said a bad word on here. Shelby said the 21st is Sunday. Thanks, Shelbs. So
19th will be Friday.
19th will be Friday. It's the 19th. This is not official.
Oh, I can come in on Sunday.
I mean, no. This is unofficial. I just wrote numbers.
All right, the check is official.
The check is the official one, and it's on a Friday. I say you do the way live and drink and grow rich.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So on the 19th, and might be in a new building by then. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll be a different set. This Nerf basketball hoop was my. Yari's rooting for you. Katrina's rooting for you. Everyone's rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
I just weighed in. I was a 4'11", basically 4'10". I was 14 on the day, so that means 18 pounds in how many days?
Plenty. Chuck E. Cheese Man join. What's up? What's up? Still waiting for someone to bring up a topic or a question or something. Meanwhile, Blue Moon. Blue Moon's perfect for my brand colors, right? Are like blue, yellow, black. Yellow pencil, blue moon. Maybe you should give me a black eye and I can be on brand like all the time.
Should we do like always have makeup make you have black eye?
So good. Blue Moon is so good. Drink detox tea. Hit the sauna. I think that's for you.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Sean lose his money.
Who's Dick Lawyer to? He's like related to
That's
you.
my cousin.
Yeah, okay. Hit the sauna. Yeah.
Sauna is actually good idea. Does that gym?
Especially like that couple days before.
Does that gym have a sauna?
No, but I know MUSC's gym does. So maybe you have to
just turn the heat up at your apartment.
Yeah.
Saunas are apparently really good for you.
I think all boxers do it before they weigh in.
Yeah. But right, it's good for you should probably definitely do it a couple days before.
It's great for weigh-ins because it gets all the water.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general for your general health.
Yeah. Get all the toxins out.
Yeah, maybe my mansion.
It's like sweating, but to the extreme.
It's always been my main dream to have some type of basketball hoop at my house. And I'm only 31, and I could put a basketball hoop in my new building in my new office, and I'm probably gonna do it. So. What do you do after you reach? What do you do after you reach your dreams at 31? It's like in The Office. The one guy's like, "I always said I wanted to live till I had a black president, and now I don't know what to do." Will you give us a tour when you're in the new building? I'm sure we'll do something like that.
Yeah, make a video.
Whether it be on Live at Lunch or Drink Go Rich or I'm gonna be excited to kind of show it around, and everything will look different as far as what we do, and we're planning on making that one piece of content, right? Where walk into the current building, walk through a doorway, and it goes into a new building. I'm very excited. Been talking about it forever. Me and Shelby are going to be homeless for 15 days. You want to know? And what happens if any employee beats you one-on-one? Well, then hell will freeze over because that's impossible. But we have the Tesla. So the charging situation is about to get a little dicey.
Oh, over in Daniel Island?
Right now we have the charger in our garage. We're going to move the charger from our garage to the office. Because me and Shelby are moving into
because when you're 15 days
Me and Shelby are moving into an apartment for a year. Well, we put our whole life into getting this new building, selling our house, and it's also closer. If the new building was near our house, I'm sure I could find a way to find the house. But I want to sell it anyway. Because I'm a commute snob and I want to be close to the office. So we're getting an apartment for a year, which is going to be fun because it's right near restaurants and this concert venue. But for 15 days, from February 5th to February 20th, we're homeless. So we'll figure it out. We'll probably get an Airbnb or a hotel, but the charging situation. And then when I get it uninstalled from my garage and then reinstalled at the office, I don't know. We're going to be in a dead car a lot. That's a great investment. I think it is. I think it's a great investment. It's gonna be fun, and we need it. We need it for the business. And they always say, if you want to invest in land, it makes sense because God ain't making any more of it, or something like that. I don't know why I said it in that voice, but yes, if you buy land, it should always rise in value because there's a finite amount. Anything with a finite amount will increase in value. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of space, though. There's a lot of space in the world. Did you make or lose or break even on the house? Made money. Bought it for $496, sold it for $575, and lived in it for 4 years. So a lot of people like in the entrepreneur world these days talk about how renting is like better than buying. And they make some compelling arguments about it. But like, I just lived in a great house for 4 years and I made $75,000. So like, that's better than renting, right? I think, I mean, you know, it depends if you sell it and like in the future, do you want the money for the sale or like, I think buying's better than selling for a home or buying's better than renting for a home, but there's all people with different arguments. If you travel a lot, what's the point? Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we made money on the house.
What's the final price on the building?
$2.8 million. $2.8 million for the building. And, yeah, we just gotta, I'm not paying all that at once, but gotta make the down payment's like $300,000. And then once I sell the house, I'll have some of that. Then it's like the rent. And then it's like, but we'll be selling more. Well, the business will be, much better. But,
and you actually own the building.
But, and actually own the building. So like,
you can rent it out.
Yeah, I can rent it out. I can improve it. Like I can sell that for a profit. Basically. Yeah, I'm renting now. But yeah, man. I'm seeing this Nerf hoop behind me.
You want to play?
Like, I mean, where's the ball? You should like take a shot over my head and I should block it. But yo, someone has something insightful. Someone has something good. Someone has something interesting. Someone has something about business, about life, something about we can grow rich. We can grow rich. I just had a thought pass through my head, but I missed it because I'm drunk. That's the thing. As the show goes on, I get drunker and I think I get smarter. But I probably get stupider. No, I don't know.
If I make it, I win.
All right, Brandon, shoot it. I'm not going to block it. It's better optics to see how your shot goes. Just don't airball over the thing so it looks like you don't shoot.
Oh my.
Okay, like that. Terrible shot, baby.
I have too much power.
Terrible shot. I did just have a thought about something about buying or selling or whatever. But, how about this fucking Bitcoin, yo? Let's check out what it is right now.
Should you sell it now before it goes down?
No, my plan is to just hold it like forever. It's called, remember from John Vallis, who was on the podcast, he said it's called a hodler. It's called a hodler. Yeah. And no, I'm just holding it. If it goes down, I'll probably just buy a little more.
We didn't do that.
What?
Shelby said recount your top 20 moments on your podcast.
Well, no, we didn't do that. And like, it's not some law. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, at the 50 episodes, we did a little recap.
Yeah, we did.
At 100 episodes, I want to do something big because from a year ago, over a year ago now, I said I'm doing 100 podcasts and nothing. I can't stop. I have to do one podcast a week, no matter what. And I'm in that stretch right now, and we'll see if I, continue doing it. Like, it probably will. But that is when I'm allowed to stop. I can't stop now. I can't. And that is a beautiful thing. Is like, it's like a trick you play on yourself. If you want to set a standard for yourself, you set it, and this is like a weight loss thing, or it's like if you have a specific goal, it's like you have to get it, or like you imagine like you die, like you don't have any other options. And if anyone who sets those type of goals and then doesn't follow through, that's like the worst thing to do to yourself, and like set goals, very specific goals. And if it's something like do 100 podcasts in 100 weeks, no matter how bad the podcast is, I can still control doing it or not. So like, no matter what, I'm doing it. And like, that mentality is a very important like success concept. Like, set a goal and reach it and stick with it. And it's so basic, but like everything with success is basic. It's just about executing it and finding ways to motivate yourself.
Shelby said something about, no, I meant because you missed something. And she said that y'all's wedding.
Oh, okay. Here's the story. Shelby listened to the podcast and we recap the top moments of 2020. And
oh, yeah.
Shelby is very upset that I did not mention our wedding. So Shelby, that was a great moment. And
you were thinking about world perspective.
Yeah, I was trying to, do more for the audience rather than just you. But no, it was the best moment ever. And okay, I've thought about this a lot recently, and I'm going to say it again. Brandon, you were at the wedding.
Footage, yeah.
You have all that footage.
I have it on my computer and I have it on that computer.
Okay, so so it's safe,
it's
right?
Double backed
Like,
up.
Shelby, what we should do is on our 1 year anniversary, we should just watch all that footage. Like, that's basically reliving the entire wedding. Alcoholic vibes. Damn right, baby. My borderline alcoholic, maybe. Most important thing you learned from 20 to carry into 2021 business-wise. Pretty generic Dick Lawler, but like, you're in the lead right now for the winner. Because that is at least thought-provoking. I don't know. When hiring for an important job, make sure you interview multiple people. Oh, speaking of that.
Are you going to hire one of those people?
Speaking of that, I'm hiring for an important job, and I interviewed 2 girls, and they're both good. And I told them I would let them know by Friday. And today's Friday.
Do it right now.
Today's Friday, but like.
Oh, you have that phone.
My phone is actually being used. Shelby, if you're listening, like, we did say we would address that by Friday.
Tell her to come over and use her phone.
Both the girls were good, but like every time I interview, I want the person to like really fucking want it and like follow up with me, text me. Like, you can't be too annoying. Well, you probably could be too annoying, but like,
so they always say plus a follow.
The one girl hasn't followed up with me, yeah, and like that's the girl I want to hire. I don't know, maybe she's watching this. Her name is
I'll bleep it out.
Jessica, and shit, she's probably thinking right now, like, what's
going on? Was that
on?
the first one who walked in?
No, the second one. Me and Shelby probably go to dinner after this, and maybe we can address that.
In,
yeah, like we told her we let her know, but part of me, like,
you want to be a little bit more
good.
desperate?
They're both good. Not desperate. That's not the right word. I want them to be like. I want some type of confirmation that that's all they've been thinking about today.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now, and I guess that is kind of like a desperate, but like I want them to be desperate, yeah, because I want them to want it so bad. Like in any job, like skills are important, but I think desire is more important. I mean, depending on like if you're a nuclear physicist, skills might be more important.
I had desire when I interviewed with you.
Did you ever follow up with me?
I don't remember.
I forget how our hiring process
You
went.
hired me on the same day, basically.
But I think we also like. How long did I ever pay you anything before I put you on payroll?
I think so.
I might have Yeah, right.
It was a trial.
So essentially, that was like a trial for like I had you film a podcast and edit it, and I was like, and then like when you got the payroll, that was like being hired. Yeah, but like I can't really do that with
employees
with these other jobs, and like I'd love to do that. Like, I mean, that's the best way to really know how someone's going to be. And if you make a decision, you hire someone, and they suck right away, like it's hard. But like the best thing to do is fire them sooner than later, because the more time that goes on is like the more it gets ingrained, and the harder the firing is going to be down the road. Firing them after like the first afternoon would be the best case scenario if you know that's the case, because then you don't like owe them anything.
Like what you should have done with Bleed.
No, Chad.
Because you had that bad story. Like,
he worked for me for 7 months, and the first time he came in, it was bad, but like he had some moments in there that were good. Like I did stick that out too long though. But
so that's a good question. Like, how many employees do you want to have at your new building, basically?
I mean, the right answer is like as many as we need and no more. But I mean, if we have 17 now and we're going to double, then maybe by the end of 2021, we have something like 30, 34 would be doubled.
That's crazy.
The thing that's going to change is for production jobs like shipping and printing, the more people we have, the faster we get stuff out. But also the more time the situation comes up where like, there's no work for that person. So if you promise someone a full-time job and they print every shirt up until that day, which is awesome because the customers are getting it so fast and everyone's printing them with tons of orders. But then like it's 1:00 and they want to stay till 5, but there's no more shirts to ship because we got them all out. for the business, you want that person to be a robot and just check out, but like you promise them a certain amount of hours. So like I need to figure something out with like, if we're going to hire a lot of people to work and get into our customers so fast.
You're going to have to clean that warehouse.
The awkward situation is all the people who want to work and there's not any work because we're getting it out so fast. So it's like, they're people.
They got to stay and clean the warehouse.
Yeah, but then like how efficient are they at cleaning? Like, you know, I mean, okay, say the next 4 hours and clean on the clock at your regular rate. Like, I have no way to clock how good they are at doing that. And like, OSU or Alabama? Alabama. Driven, question mark?
I kind of want Justin Fields to win. I like the dude.
I don't know much about him, but like he seems good.
Well, yeah, he went to Georgia and then like he left.
Someone said driven, question mark. Any more, like, what does that mean?
Like, you asked, like, you want someone who's more driven.
Well, it depends on the job.
I guess he wants you to like, explain it more, I guess.
Oh, what did I say about driven?
Like, you want someone who's more driven. That's more important than, like, wanting the job.
I want them to want the job very bad. So, like, it is a big accomplishment for them to get the call saying, I was hired. Therefore, they value it at the start. And then they come in thinking, this is going to be great. This is huge for me. That's how you want to start. And that's why I want them to want it. If they have like 5 options and then this one just offered the most, then I guess I'll take this one. And like, that's not as good as like being like, yeah, I got the job. They go out and celebrate that weekend for Monday and they come in because they got the job. They're so excited. Like, and when an employee starts, there's nothing more important than the first half hour, because that sets the tone for what this is. And like I really care about the first day, the first half hour, because that sets the tone. My first 3 weeks were training and interview. How is it a training / interview? I guess at the end of the training they said, if you don't do good, we'll let you go. I mean, that's like kind of like pledging in a way. Like, I mean, I like that. Do you need a graphic designer? Graphic designer is always a loaded question because all our graphic monogram shirts are designs. That would be a job in the sales division, specifically products. Like, so that would be that. And that is like less frequent. We come up with new products 4 times a year. But if you can combine the skills of designing shirts and thinking about products, and here's the key, and also making banners for collection pages, home pages, and designing emails, and you do all that graphic design, now that is more than just the skill of being able to do stuff. That is understanding the brand look. That is kind of understanding like what we're going for in the emails and the products. Like, so it's a little more marketing, but like Shelby does that all now and she's so good. So like, yes, we will need graphic design in the future. It's not the first job I'm looking for as we build up the sales division, but it depends upon the skills that come secondary to graphic design. I almost want like marketing and graphic design to be on the same level. But I guess like, I mean, if I tell you this email is for a 25% off leggings sale, and I want you to put at the bottom of the email a link to the contest that we're having, like, that's pretty concrete, and then you could design it from there. But if that person can also think of graphic designs as well as design them, it adds a lot of value. So like, not just graphic design, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Who's the biggest competition for United Monograms? Marley, Lilly, those damn motherfuckers. No, they're an awesome company. Marley, Lilly, they're pretty much our only competition as far as another company. There's a lot of little mom and pop monogram shops. Etsy has a lot of monograms, which are sold by little monogram people. Us and Marley Lilly are the big dogs. And number 1 online shop for monograms. I'm waiting for Marley Lilly to come out and fight us on that headline, because like they could make that claim. They got an earlier start than us. They're bigger than us. But I say we're number 1, and I was trying to provoke them, and they haven't said anything in years. So Fields was originally committed to Penn State, then went to Georgia, now is at Ohio State. That bastard. Biden is proposing a minimum wage of $15 an hour. Where are you guys located? All right, one at a time. We're located in Charleston, South Carolina. Minimum wage of $15 an hour is interesting. it's just different in different areas. Like, like minimum wage, like for me, is like $12 or $13 an hour. Like, if I put a job out for $9, I think the minimum wage in South Carolina is like $8 or something like that.
Yeah, it's so about the same.
Like, it's really low. But like, if I ever put a job out for that amount, like, I would never get anyone. Like, so, and that actually is meaningful because there is a federal minimum wage, but in a perfect world, like, the market should define what the minimum wage is. You know, like, capitalism should fix that on its own without having to have the federal government mandate that. And in New York City, there's no hourly job that's less than 15 hours because the cost of living is so high. So that's fine for that. It wouldn't make a difference. For me, it wouldn't make that big a difference. Like, I could jump, you know, like, I usually, after people have been with me for a while, it's up to 15. And then usually, like, we go beyond that, blah, blah, blah. But the worst thing is like, okay, then companies like McDonald's are going to put way more money into automation. And a 16-year-old kid who wants to get his working papers and make a few extra bucks, doesn't have the skills to make $15 an hour. Like, he is only worth $9 an hour, and he's willing to work for $9 an hour, but the laws don't let him. Like, that's not fair either, almost. And like, what's the federal minimum wage now? I think it's like $7.25, but no one gets paid that. It should be a state federal minimum wage, how it is now, or a state minimum wage. It's 15. If it wouldn't make the biggest difference in the world if the federal minimum wage was 15. It's just, I don't love it. Not a question, but I saw the title of your video. My husband's on his 3rd tour in Afghanistan, so if anyone could use a beer right now, it's him.
Oh, damn, hell yeah.
That's very compelling, but the rule is to ask the most insightful questions. So I could lean towards you because of that compelling argument.
She's using America against you, your love for America.
I do love America. So think of an insightful question. I'm in New York and 15 is nothing, right? In Florida, it's gradually increasing over 5 years to a $15 an hour. That's reasonable.
At least they have a plan in place.
It gives employers time to like kind of map it out. What is the minimum wage here? You want to Google it?
Yeah.
It is state-based right now. It is. And I think the person that was talking about Biden proposing a federal minimum wage would mean it would be federal. $15 would hurt small businesses.
Still $7.25?
$7.25 in South Carolina.
Yeah, so.
Like, that's so low. And I am very curious to know how many people work for that wage. I would say it wouldn't be that many. Yeah, it would hurt small businesses, $15 an hour. It would. I mean, it's not life or death. It's... if I had to vote for a federal minimum wage of $15 an hour, I would vote no. But, like, if it passed, I wouldn't, like, change what I'm doing. In New York, you think it's 13. Right. And that's comparable to South Carolina being $7.25, but no one gets paid $7.25. Like, and you said 15 is nothing in New York. So, the market should... The right answer is for the market to decide what it should be. And it should be natural.
All right, yeah, South Carolina has a bill, too. Like, it's going to go to 10 and then go to 11 to 12 in the next 5 years.
It doesn't hurt as much to put a floor on it. I mean, it's okay. I'm cool with that. $7.25.
It's cheaper to live in South Carolina.
Right, exactly. That's why it shouldn't be fair. Like New York and New York City, Manhattan, and the suburbs of South Carolina should have different minimum wages because it's different stuff. What's the lowest you pay somebody hourly? Like 13, 14 for people just starting. And we always do a raise after a couple months and then something like that. Like, but like the thing is, certain jobs like 15, like
that's the cap.
It's like it's not the cap, but like, you know, how high above it, if you're not doing anything different, could you go? It's like at a lot of jobs, it's like the more like you get loyalty points. Like you've been there for more time, you get more money, and we do that a little bit, but like there's a cap on that. And I'm not saying it's 15, but like if it's the same job and you've been here for so long and you're so loyal, like, and it keeps going up. But the job is, I could hire someone for like 13. It's a tough thing, and it's just you gotta treat people well. You gotta be fair, and like.
What do you think about like how they did with like teachers, like older teachers? They basically make them leave so they can hire new teachers for cheaper. I
mean, but they set them up with like pensions and like some type of retirement benefits. I'm all like, I respect out with the old and with the new. But also, I don't like the principle of pushing someone out the door just because they're old, because
They have better experience.
I'm going to live to be 150, and like, if the person wants to, that's fine. Teachers, people say they're underpaid, and I understand that argument. But, like...
They affect people's brains for the rest of their life.
And that's important. It's a very important job. But, like, the market... and, like, other people are willing to do it. Like, I've heard people say, like, teachers should get more than NBA players. I get your, like, point that, like, the job is very important, educating the youth. But, like, there's only 300 NBA players. There's, like... I don't know.
Isn't it just based off
there's
like
so
tax
many
money?
teachers.
Like tax money? Like that's what they get, how they get paid?
I mean, there's private schools, there's public schools, but but like in general, the job of a teacher is something that like you could get someone else who could teach in the same curriculum. It's like the market should decide it, and yeah. Happy New Year, bro. Blessings and abundance to you. Blessing and abundance to you too, yo. It's gonna be a great year.
21. So hard.
I gotta take a big chug. Buckets. If anyone is taking a chug with me, let me know, and I'll put you up in the running to win this.
Has anyone asked you an insightful question yet?
Right now, Richard's in the lead. Dick Lawler. And, oh, here's a question from the Afghanistan person. Have a good weekend, gents. Out grabbing a beer myself. Enjoy it. Do you find it highly compelling that someone that throws a ball makes mountains more compared to someone who defends the country? Military members pretty much make $9 an hour. I kind of answered that as far as, like, so you're saying a soldier should get a $20 million contract like LeBron? I mean...
People decide the market for basketball. They don't, like, the government decides the market for military.
Well...
Like, the people have no say in the military, I guess.
But, like, the market means, like, the people have the right to say, no, I won't do it. And if they can't get anybody, then they have to pay more. I mean... Someone that throws a ball, a pitcher in baseball, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. There's only there's 30 teams. There's 5 pitchers on each team. There's only 150 of them that are at that level. So, like, in general, the payroll of soldiers makes more than the payroll of pitchers. It's just there's more soldiers. So, like, I think soldiers should get paid well. They should get taken care of. They defend our country, and they should absolutely get paid for that. I don't think they should get $20 million a year because, goddamn, I mean, those are my tax dollars. And like, it's not that the job's not valuable. It's just if there is somebody behind them willing to take the job that has the same skill set, that's what the market is, you know. And as the government that is using like my tax dollars or whatever, like they should pay what the market is. And if everyone's willing to do it for free, then they shouldn't pay anything. But if they're like, all right, I'll fight for the country, but like, you got to pay me, whatever the market rate is that people are accepting is like what it should be. It's the market rate for a reason.
They just need to corner it. Like they need less people need to sign up, and they need to like make their private, I guess, like military, and then
basically unionize,
and make the government have to pay them more.
Like,
I wouldn't want that to happen. But
I mean, I think we should absolutely pay the soldiers very well, take care of them and their families and their expenses. God damn, they defend this beautiful nation, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. Can't drop 30 in the night in the NBA, though. No, they cannot. And the other market element of the NBA is it brings in revenue. How can you compare revenue to protecting the country? You can't. If the military didn't protect the country, there would be no NBA. But like,
I guess they bring in revenue by like, since we're protecting other countries, the countries pay us to protect them, I guess, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
yeah. I mean, that's right. Like countries pay for defense, but Trump said they should pay us more. But that is revenue that goes to the federal government, and the revenue from the basketball goes to a private league, who then is owned by 30 owners. It's different.
I was just thinking that since they have no people in audience for the basketball games, like how are they making enough revenue to pay for their salaries? They just have like billions of dollars backed up, like to pay.
They still have an audience.
I guess TV deals are paying them.
Yeah, TV.
Yeah. Like ticket sales, like I guess
20,000 fans, $30 a ticket. How much is that? It's like, do it. 20,000 20,000 fans is like an average NBA arena.
Yeah,
And honestly, the average ticket price is probably like $100.
Yeah. Let's just
probably less than that.
Let's say 60.
All right, say $60.
That's 1.2 million.
No, it's not. 20,000 times 60.
Yeah.
No, 20,000 times 60. Oh, 1.2 million. Times that by 82. Or no, times it by 41 because that's how many home games they have. So one NBA team
makes 49
million in revenue
off tickets. That's crazy.
Yeah, plus concessions.
Yeah.
So that is a good amount, but like I think the TV contracts are bigger. But that's actually more than I thought. That's more than I thought.
Damn.
So
you need to buy an NBA team.
That losing fans does hurt them. Buy an NBA team. I never thought of that. No, that is one thing I need to work on is having like a very specific dream. Like Elon Musk wants to go to Mars and make humans interplanetary species. Gary Vee wants to own the New York Jets. Like, my real dream would be to own an NBA team. But like, I'm not saying that that's like my one thing, but like, I gotta keep telling myself this. So at one point when I realize what it is, it's like, and you just go after a very specific thing. Because we were just talking about yesterday about whatever we're doing is like, we're trying to build a little bit like a media company podcast thing on the side of my real business. And I said yesterday, like, I don't know exactly what it is. Like, let's play it out. Like, let's keep doing what we're doing. And like, but like, if this would happen to me in my real business, I was doing t-shirts. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I did this, I did that. Then the second it hit me, United Monograms, boom. Now we're fucking blowing up. I'll know once I know exactly what the vision is. So we're fishing a little bit right now. And like, that's fine. It takes time. And, I trust myself to know when to go boom and have the light bulb go off and then focus on that one vision. Like, I trust myself.
Would you want to be the business director of like Notre Dame athletics department?
No, fuck that. No.
Okay.
Like, that's way different because universities have a complex structure. There's not an owner of a university per se. Like, athletic director is like a real job. You have to work. It's like owner of NBA is like glamorous because hypothetically,
you can still party.
Hypothetically, you don't really do anything. I mean, of course you do. But like, it's almost like an investment. Like,
you hire people to do this thing.
Yeah, the general manager. I mean, and my goal is never not to work. I'm always going to work. But it's a glamour job because, I mean, you're already rich by the time you get it. It's an investment, and it becomes part of your personality, your life, and you have to make minor decisions, and it kind of runs without you. And the league. The league is like it goes on and you make the money and like you put people in place. It's the dream. It's my dream goal to own an NBA team, of course. Like, well, not of course. It's my goal to own an NBA team. That is the ultimate dream. But I'm not defining that like specifically like Think and Grow Rich style to go after that because like things could change over the years. I love the U.S. I have incredible respect for soldiers, but a lot of people are in the military for benefits. And if that wasn't the case, we maybe wouldn't have enough people to defend us. So it's a win-win. Is the end of the world coming? Hell no. Are we going to die? Hell no. Is the world going to end? Hell no. Like, are you saying is the end of the world coming for what reason? Like, because there was a protest at the Capitol building? What are your feelings on that? I have a 23-year-old friend who won't let me thank him for his service because he felt like he did nothing and took a lot. That's a personal situation. There's nothing wrong with people signing up to the military for benefits because the military wouldn't accept them if they didn't need them. And like, we need them. So like, that's what like World War II, we didn't need a draft because the people were inspired enough to sign up. And then in Vietnam, people were like, fuck that. So we needed a draft. And imagine how like scary that is, a draft. Imagine right now if we had a war and they drafted people like out of a hat. And you're going to fight in a war, quit your job and go on a helicopter and fight and do gunshots, like bloodshed. Like, whew, that's not good either. So like, if people are willing to sign up and what they do it for is the benefits, it's a win-win for the country, the defense of the country, their benefits, and hopefully no one ever has to fight. And we can resolve things with diplomacy, you know? Like, we don't want to fight. So I'm fine with the military helping people. Switching gears. Have you seen a direct increase in sales from your personal branding efforts? If so, how are you tracking it? Good question. Good question. No, I have not seen an increase in sales for my personal branding efforts because now every Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram Live, we do a show called Drink and Grow Rich. I'm drunk. We do a show called Live at Lunch, and we do it to unite Monograms, our audience. And it's been huge. And like, we get usually like 150 people in there, and we've built a really loyal audience. We show products, and like that part, I guess I'm part of. That's helped the business for sure. It puts a face on it. It puts a little personal touch on it. And there is no way to correlate it with metrics. I wish there was. But what I'm doing is for fun, and it's like a side thing. A lot of people put money into going out on the weekends and gambling. Like, I put a little money into this side podcasting thing I'm due to like see what it's going to turn into. And I spend most of my time running my business. I point over there. It's over there because business is booming. Business is booming. Live at Lunch, baby. Molly, AK, and I know Yari's here too from Live at Lunch. So there's a benefit. I got a couple of fans from, I don't know if you guys are my fans. You're my friends. I love you guys. But you guys wouldn't have known about me if it weren't for Live at Lunch. So there's a little, that's a good question. That's a good question. Crosby, yeah. That's one of my friends from when I went to Ohio University for a year. I went to Ohio University.
That's a party school.
I think one of the reasons I went there is like, I was 18. I was like, where do I want to go to school? I want to go somewhere cool and exciting. I Googled like top party schools.
Did you try to join a fraternity at Ohio?
I did.
Ah.
That's actually one of my biggest life secrets.
Ah, so you went after Westchester.
Like, I joined, I'm the one of probably less than 100 people in the country that have pledged and joined 2 fraternities.
Oh.
Like, I can't believe I did that. It's one of my,
Is that a no-no?
Like, I mean, there's different schools, different states, but it's not really allowed, no. Like, I didn't tell anyone at my fraternity at Westchester, where I eventually went on to be, I was vice president, like, I eventually went on to, it was amazing. I never told any of them that I was in a fraternity my first year. And like, and then I remember like, after like we graduated, went to OBX, and like, we sat on the beach, and like, I told like a couple people, and they were like, holy shit, like, no wonder you like understood so much about fraternities and shit. I'm one of probably very few people who pledged and joined 2 fraternities at 2 different schools. If you ever tried to do it at the same school, that would not work.
Did that same fraternity was at Westchester, or was it they didn't have that fraternity?
It's not relevant. It was a different fraternity.
Yeah.
Like, people think that like, oh, I'm in this fraternity, I go to a different school. Each
like a gang. If you're a blood, you gotta stay blood.
And like that kind of works. Like the one time in my freshman year when I went to Ohio, I was in the fraternity Phi Kappa Theta, and JFK was in it. And then when I went to visit my friends at Penn State one time over break, I actually saw someone from that fraternity at Penn State, and I was like, "Yo, I'm in that!" And like, I actually hung out with them for like, and my friends were pissed at me because like I left and went with them, and I was like fresh and young at that point, and I was like into it, so I was like a thing, but like it doesn't correlate between like each school, like the best fraternity or the worst fraternity is what it is at that school, and then like you go to another school and you're like, I'm in this fraternity, it's like barely a bond. It's like kind of cool, but not really that relevant.
How is Penn State's campus?
Penn State's campus is fucking incredible. And so is Ohio University. Ohio University is an amazing college. It's so amazing. What do you feel is your biggest strength of your business right now? Dude, we just have like United Monograms is amazing, dude. Like, we have so many sales. We have so many sales. And like, why do people like continually just buy from us? Like, I mean, I know the answer is we put so much work into what we sell. Like, I'm not saying like we don't put tons of effort in. We do. It's the main thing to focus on. But like, I think it's the answer to that question. The biggest strength of the business right now is the concerted effort, like year after year, like amplifies itself. Like, I know the audience and the audience knows us. Right now, we're selling Valentine's Day stuff. 2 years ago, I thought Valentine's Day was not a relevant holiday to promote for. Like, I know, now that I've done it for 3 or 4 years, and like every year it's January, February, March. Every year it's the same holiday structure. Every year it's the same, like, I know what dates people start buying things for. And like, it's a cadence. I have the cadence down of what my audience wants, and I give it to them at the time they want it. Like, it's a win-win for the audience and for our business. Like, our company and our customers have a beautiful connection and relationship. And it's the power of doing things year after year that might be boring because it's the same thing over and over, but the love for our customers is our greatest strength. And not necessarily the love, which is pure and true, but the understanding of our customers is the reason why our sales keep going so massively. We understand what they want and we give it to them. And it takes effort. And it's not something that you set and forget. It's something that takes daily recognition, and understanding what our customers want and giving to them is our greatest strength. I literally get so many I just cut off for a sec. Like, and Molly, I'm going to ask you a question. You said I literally get so many compliments when I wear United Monograms, and so many of my friends and family to start buying from you guys. First of all, I hope you understand how much I thank you and appreciate you for that. My second question is, like, you get so many compliments. Like, I don't know if you're saying that to me to be nice, or do you get compliments from the graphic monograms, or like, because if it's a sweatshirt and it has a standard monogram, it could be like from another company that does monograms. Like, what do you, in your opinion, Molly, like, what do we do? What does United Monograms do well? I mean, because the graphic monograms, we can have good designs. And the embroidered monograms, like, other companies can sell the same product. So how would you get a compliment on that? Are you complimenting the industry of monograms? Or are you complimenting our company? And like, I don't know. Monograms are one of the most underrated clothing fashion things ever. Like, how cool is it to wear something that has like your name on it? Can I join?
Who is it?
It's obviously Lux John. Instagram names are so funny. Damn, it's 4:32. Like, time flies on this baby. Earlier in this show, I had a thought, and it like passed through me, and I wanted to say it. It was something like, it was something good, but
you said something about buy or sell.
Bitcoin. Dude, I can't believe how much Bitcoin is. And you want to know what helped Bitcoin? The protests, like anytime, the main pitch for Bitcoin is like, the American dollar is fucked. And when you see like the news in the Capitol building and like the Democrats taking over, and like, that is all, like, that helps Bitcoin. Like, anything that's chaotic in the structure of the American dollar helps Bitcoin. So it's just been skyrocketing, and like, every time I check it, I'm just like, Jesus, it feels weird. Like, I mean, I have 1.7 Bitcoins, and I bought them like way low. So like, every time I see it, it's like, oh my God. And a couple of times I've went to the Bitcoin Coinbase app, and I've like went to the screen right before I cash out to my bank account, just to like remind myself, like, this is real money. Like, I could hit this button right now and get that money to my bank account. And it's like unreal. There's not that much, like, Bitcoin is such an interesting topic. Like, there's not that much to like say about it though. Like, it's something I'm interested in and want to talk about. Like, so cool, but like, there's just not much to say. Like, it's the superior quality of everything. Like, the thread on the embroidery doesn't come out, and my friends and family love the graphic.
Aww.
I appreciate the thread comment. I agree that our graphics are timely, creative, and awesome. And that is where we can separate. I think you're being a little nice saying the thread, like, have you ever bought a monogram from another company that has thread and like it was shitty? Like,
well, you can buy higher quality thread or something?
Well, that's kind of my question. I think, like, if you have the same embroidery machines we have, and you have the same products that we have, like, it's going to be the same as ours. So, like, ours are good. But, like, so is everyone else who has the same machines and thread as us.
Take the compliment, Sean.
Well, I'm looking for a little market research, but yes, I accept the compliment. And United Mind, we're just cool. Like, honestly, I'm sitting here like I deserve any Shelby, dude. Shelby is a fucking rock star of the world. Like, goddamn, she is such a special person. She's so fucking cool and like works so hard and so chill about it. And also, run over there, fucking running the whole entire operations. Meanwhile, being the whole style and brand and look of,
When did you know Shelby was a hard worker the first time?
When did I know Shelby was a hard worker?
When did you find out?
Well, I always respected her hard work, but like, might have questioned it a little bit when she like showed the teaching degree and was a teacher, because like, she said she didn't know why she was a teacher, and like, then it's like, one of the attitudes of teachers is like, marry someone rich, summers off. I mean, she always had a job. Like, when she was 16, 15, 16, 17, she always worked. Like, but then, when I started asking for her help with like some of my business stuff, just because like we were hanging out, we were dating, and like this is all I thought about, so I might as well talk to her. And then she like got in, and like then I saw right away. Like, but over time, I think I've like imparted a little bit on her, but like I couldn't just do that to anyone. And like she's skilled. She's not as big of as much of a big thinker, big picture thinker as I am, but she's better than me at like operation stuff. And if you combine that like skill, and what is operation stuff? It is figuring out problems and like doing things fast with a sense of urgency, being hyper logical. Like, she's amazing at that. I'm good at it too. She's better. And like, she's just so fucking cool about it. And she does it with style and grace. And she's just something special. Like, I don't make the emails. I decide what emails we should send when. And I say, hey Shelby, can you make an email? And then all of a sudden, she says, email ready. I log into our email app. I click on emails. And there's this beautiful email ready to send to the customers. And then I like put the title in and send it out. Like, oh my God, I'm so spoiled to have that, because email marketing's huge. We've got a lot of money from when we send out emails and people buy stuff. But the emails are so beautiful looking. And that's from Shelby. Like, and she just pops one out. Like, she's goddamn talented at things, and I'm pretty talented at like building businesses and thinking big picture, and together we're fucking unstoppable. What's this little notification I got down here? Can I join? Someone has like a question. Like, I don't know what you mean exactly, but all right. Before I go, what's one other like thought I have? Like, that's what I thought I had. What's some of the content we did this week was like grind when no one's watching. We're talking about the pain situation. Like, I talked about this in the podcast, but I'm going to talk about it here. Like, here's my last piece of advice before we go. Things that are in my mind. This has come up a couple times. Technology is advancing. People are advancing. And we're probably going to live longer than people from the past, and things are going to change faster than they changed in the past. And there's a lot of human nature to be like, back in my day, and when I like this thing, I like it. It shouldn't change. But be somebody who constantly is ready to change. And what does that mean? It means if something's new, your first reaction to it should be, I like it. Even if you don't know what it means. Pretend like you like it for the sake of opening up your mind to accepting it, and then you won't be 120 years old, or even 54 years old. If you're 54 years old and you're set in stone about what you like in music, what you like in technology, what you expect from the world, then you'll probably die at 68, 69, 70. If you're 54 and your attitude is, oh my God, there's so much to learn, there's so much ahead of me, I'm 54 and I can't wait for the future. Every time something's new, I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to learn about it. That attitude is going to be more important in the next 40 years than it was in the past 40 years. Be ready and accepting as a human being for change. And specifically to help with that, my tip is if something is new and trendy, pretend to like it before you even try it. Because if you're like, okay, a lot of people are going to be like, it's new, I don't like it. Then the other people might be like, all right, I'm open-minded to it. Let me try it. But it's going to be confusing when you try it for the first time because it's new. And it's going to be annoying to learn something new. So if you're like, I'm open-minded, and then you don't know how to use it yet, you might lean towards, I don't like it because I don't know how to use it. But if you come in with the attitude that I already like it, I already like this new thing, then you're excited to learn a new thing. And then you are somebody who can enjoy your life for much longer, live longer in this ever-changing world, and you're not going to be a fucking grump. A grump. No! Like, music should be made with guitars. Maybe not. No, cars should be driven with a steering wheel. That's how it's always been done. That's how it should be done. Maybe not. No. Like, pencils shouldn't be worn in your ears for a fashion statement. Maybe not. Like, things change. And people get to a certain age. And they are happy. And then they are set. And then they die because they aren't willing to change anymore. Always have a spirit that is excited about the new thing. And you will live a much more happy, fulfilled life. Not to mention all this awesome technology is awesome for a reason. Neuralink, right? Elon Musk wants to put something in your brain. What's your first reaction? No, you're not putting anything in my brain. Not putting anything in my brain. That's fair. But like, I'll put something in my brain. Like, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. What's the situation? Things that seem unlikely, things that seem unreasonable, don't make a stand at them. Be like, okay, like, that'd be cool. It could be beneficial. Like, because once you make that stand and you're public, you say it out loud to your friends and family, but also you think it to yourself. I will never put a chip in my brain, no matter what. 20 years pass, putting your chip in your brain is a perfectly normal thing, but you're set in stone. I'm not putting a chip in my brain. Now you're the grump. You're the grump. Like, that's just an example, but every time something's new, like it first. This one guy said, I can't wait to die. The winner is my cousin Richard, Dick Lawler. Molly, I love you. The military, EVK, I love you too. And honestly, a lot of people that have One Drink Go Rich, like, they put in the work for a couple weeks a little bit. And tune back in next week. We're going to get back on track with this. We're going to have fun. We're going to bring the questions. 2021 is going to be the best year ever. And I love you guys. Peace out. I almost forgot. If you really enjoyed the clip, if you really enjoyed the podcast, one thing I would appreciate more than anything, just hit the little subscribe button. And I have hours and hours of podcast footage talking to some of the best entrepreneurs out there on YouTube. Watch some more of them. Check out this. Go ahead and binge. Have some fun. I love you. Thanks for watching.